Ladies and gentlemen, our final keynote speaker before we head for the lunch is by Dr. Watceilia Varso. She is a founder of CEO of Practice Vision, the art of re-engineering, where she helps leaders understand transformation through the lens of neuroscience. So can we have Dr. Varso on the stage? Huge round of applause, everybody.
Good afternoon, everyone. I think, yeah, it's afternoon. I need to ask permission before I move ahead. Jennifer mentioned that she's jet-lagged just now. I'm jet-lagged over 3 continents in the last 7 days. So I've been moving quite a bit. So brain fog, and I'm actually working against what I really do. So I work with brains, human behavior, and today I'm trying to rework my own behavior and how I rewire myself. So before I start, I would love to get some exercise going because I can see that stagnation of the audience and the participants. So can I just have 20 seconds of your brain? Perfect. Can I get you to fold your arms just the way that we fold all the time? Wow, you're so quick. Feels easy. That's what we do all the time. Now, can I get you to change the way you fold it to another way? Okay. I can see that. That's interesting. So we saw Q going like, oh, wait a minute. It doesn't sit well. The level of discomfort. How does that feel for you? Anyone? Unnatural, yeah. Awkward. Who found it very strange that I had to change the way I held or folded my arm? Okay. So do you think being strange is weird? Weird? Yeah. That's a classic example of the gap between what is familiar and what is not. So we spoke a lot of the panel discussion, the keynote speakers touched on one thing called change. So in an uncertain environment, we go into a total blackout because we were just not familiar with the grounds. We are not familiar, we have not been rehearsed, we are just not sure what's going on. But do you know that's where growth happens, right? And I think somebody covered that just now. Growth happens in an uncertain ground. So as I said, I am going through a bit of a brain fog here. I'm just going to depend a lot on my keynotes that I would like to speak so that I keep to the timing. Pardon me. I'm going to share with you a story that I've taken out of the book that I published 4 months ago. It's called The Door. The Door is about choice, courage, and the cost of change. So I'm going to just pull out this character there, which is called Maya. I worked with her, a senior leader, brilliant, respected, the person that everyone called for when something is falling apart. I'm sure you guys would have related to someone personal like that or in your working world. Any client escalation, Maya fixes it. Any missed deadline, Maya steps in. A team conflict, Maya took control. Her whole organization saw her as a dependable person, right? Her team saw her as unstoppable. And Maya saw herself as someone with very, very high standards. Then one afternoon, a major project started to unravel. A deadline slipped. And guess what? What happens when a deadline slip? I know KPMG, you guys are all about project management. There's lots of, liquidated damages when a deadline goes totally wrong with your clients. So a deadline slipped. A client very, very unhappy. The team had made a decision without checking with Maya. Nothing dramatic happened, right? No shouting, no slam doors. Maya simply just became very, very calm, and she took, in fact, too calm, right? She opened up her laptop, rewrote the plan, reassigned the work. She did the bookings for the evening and copied all her senior people who did not or was not necessarily needed to be involved. Within 20 minutes, she had taken over the entire project. The team stayed late. They did what they were told, and the project was saved. So on paper, Maya had succeeded. But a few weeks later, during a conversation with her very, very close, capable team member, she heard something that she did not expect or wanting to hear about. And the team member said, anyone would want to take a guess? Okay, that's fine, I'll do it. So, Maya, when you are under pressure, you become exceptional. Wow, isn't it? Nice to hear that, right? Feels good. But no one around you is allowed to be human. Maya said nothing. She just was silent. You call it high standards, but when you are scared, you just take the wheel from everyone else, and after a while, people stop thinking. And they just wait for you to panic beautifully. So basically, she's saying that you have stopped allowing people to be creative. You just wanted them to be mechanical. And that sentence stayed with Maya. Not because Maya was trying to control people. She was trying to prevent failure. She was trying to make sure that no one was disappointed. She was trying to avoid the feeling that she had known for years that if she did not hold everything together, everything would fall apart. And what she thought was leadership was often protection. So what she sought was excellence. But those excellence was sometimes actually based on fear, the fear of losing control, right? And that is the point that most of us are not aware. Most of us do not wake up and choose dysfunctional patterns. None. We develop them for a reason. And a pattern may have helped you survive. It may have helped you to achieve. It may have helped you to become successful. But there comes a moment when the pattern that built your reputation begins to limit your growth, your leadership. Maya was not stuck. She was patterned. And the moment that she could not see the pattern, not judge it, not deny it, the moment you could see it, but truly see it, she had a choice. She could keep leading from protection, or she could begin leading from conscious decision-making. And that's where our conversations begins today. So let me ask you this question. Have you ever known exactly what you should do and then not done it? Hands up. Okay, then we are in the right session today. Okay. Technology doesn't love me today too. Okay, here you go. So the biggest leadership myth that we have, most leaders are operating under fundamental misconception. And when we say fundamental misconception, we have is what we believe and the uncomfortable reality. And that's an interesting part. Why is this not, come on. I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah, okay. So let me start with people asking yourself, or you asking yourself. The gap is not a lack of intelligence between what you believe and what is uncomfortable. You totally know what's going on. But have you paused and looked around and asked yourself, is it often a pattern? And to breach that, I would love to say that is the question I want all of you to explore today before you leave for your break, for lunch. So, and to do, I mean, why do capable, very, very capable, very highly intelligent leaders, high performers, actually keep repeating behaviors they have already outgrown? And most of the time are those that you see on the screen, right? It's because the reality they know that it's longer be building your future. So your greatest strength can become your greatest limitation when you left unexamined. And that's something I would love you guys to also take note of. It's something that you need to sit with. It's not something that you can just, now I've spoken to you, you browsed it, I digested it. No, just sit with it and see where you are with that. So it's an unconscious repetition. You're stuck, you're patterned, and patterns, when seen clearly, worked with courageously and rewired intentionally, can be rewired. It can be rewritten. And most powerful leaders actually do this as their daily mantra. So let me go on to the next. And here you go. The regenerative leadership journey starts here. So we do have retreats, we have webinars, we have master classes. And there's a few that's coming up soon. We have free webinars. Please sign in. It's free. It's for you to understand exactly what we do under the platform of Neuroregenesis. I'll give you time for you to take note of it. And we have master classes followed by after the individual webinars. And women in the house, I can see the panel women. Just note, we have also a women executive retreat. Men, I'm not leaving you out. Just so happened that in August, we are having a women executive retreat, which is also part of our regenerative leadership practitioner certification. So it's in a beautiful place, good for overall well-being. It's in Bali on the 27th, 31st. If anyone is interested, again, scan the QR code and you will pick up what we do and how we do and why we do what we do. So my final say to the participants and the audience here today, the people around you do not experience your intentions. They experience your patterns. And just remember, you're not stuck, you're patterned. Thank you.